That actually looks really good.
Now, if you're trying to figure out what's so special about these bulbs and don't these look like typical LED bulbs, the only reason I'm even trying these is because of this right here. See, this is not a typical bulb. This is instead a miniature projector bulb. This is like a projector retrofit. This will completely replace the headlight and will no longer utilize the reflector housing the way a halogen light does. I'll have a link to these lights in the description. Okay, so this is what comes in the box with our COLIGHT LED lights. Pretty straightforward here. All we have is a couple of stickers and we have the headlights themselves. They've got their adapter plug-in for the H4. COLIGHT's really the only manufacturer that's kind of taking this on. They're the only ones I can find that make an H4 application for my truck. This is the newest Y12 bulb. It's $58 for a pair and it's a 6,000 Kelvin bulb. It does 6,000 lumens for the low beam and 8,000 lumens for the high beam, and 60 watt, 80 watt, low to high. But again, the big deal here is that it's a mini projector and it's not actually an LED bulb in the traditional sense, one that would scatter and still use a reflector housing. This isn't gonna use a reflector housing, it's gonna project, and this will control the cutoff line. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this clip, press down, move that out of the way, and our bulb comes out. We need to remove these screws that hold this reflector. You see there's a reflector down in there? That reflector is what's used to bounce the halogen bulb all around. We want to get that out of the way so that the projector can shine through and do that instead. So once you crush it a little, you start pulling on it, you're going to be able to go like this and squeeze it through. So this is kind of the shape you're looking to get that in. Just squeeze the top a little bit and then try and pull it lengthwise up and out of here, and that should work pretty good for you. Actually can't install these upside down, it's not possible. They only fit one way. Same retaining clip right around the screw, goes on like that. So if you trim about this much off the dust boot, it's a perfect fit so that the back of this fan can point out. If you twist this, you're actually going to twist the projector. You can twist the projector, okay? So that's how you're going to aim it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a test to see how the cutoff line compares. So you can see I have a piece of electrical tape right here, and I have a piece of electrical tape right here. So what that means is I'm going to mark where the tripod is and where my tires are so that when I project my headlights onto the garage, we can see the difference in cutoff line and we can see how bright the light looks. So I'm going to keep my camera settings the same and we're going to shoot at the exact same time of night. Here we are, camera dead level in the exact correct spot. We are shooting at f1.7 and ISO 200 with a frame rate of 1/50. It is 10:40 at night, which means tomorrow when I have these bulbs installed, I'll shoot again at 10:40 tonight. Let's look at the light pattern here. So we have a pretty decent cutoff line right here. This is the hot spot of the light. We have scatter lines all the way up here. Let's turn on the high beams real quick. The high beams tell a similar story. The cutoff line raises slightly, but we still have scattering up and above the headlight. Now we're going to do the same thing on an empty field, this time 10:45 at night, and I've bumped the ISO up to 800. These are my low beams shooting out into an open, empty lot right here. Let's go do the high beams. Here's what we're dealing with in terms of comparison. This is on the low beam, so you can see a much better hotspot on these, but I'm not sure that there's less scatter. I thought there would be since it was a mini projector, but the scatter looks a lot the same. There's light above both cutoff lines. I'm learning better on the second one here. If you just leave it where it sits and then you pinch it, you get a really good pinch right away with the needle nose pliers. Fit it while the housing holds it in there and then pinch. So that works pretty good. Kind of going for. Oh, so much easier that time. Woo! Perfect. Again, f1.7, ISO 200, 1/50 frame rate. Okay, so this is
in my opinion, more scatter. It's a cleaner cutoff line, but I feel like there's probably slightly more light above it. It's kind of close. Let's turn on the high beams. Now, my only other qualm with these is that when I turn on my fog light switch, my brights come on. So I'm not really sure why that is. So this is the interior of my truck. There's a fog light switch right here. That's annoying, because normally the brights are controlled from right here on the stock. So if I have it like that, so that's kind of annoying. Now, the off-road bumper, my fogs are actually here, unplugged and zip tied out of the way. So I don't have anything plugged in. I don't know if there's not enough resistance coming from them. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I know that traditionally you can't run your fogs and your brights at the same time. That's how these trucks are wired. But I don't know why pressing the fog light switch turns my brights on. So that is a complaint I would have that these bother the way I use the truck. But in my opinion, it shouldn't work that way, and that is something that would make this product better. Here is our empty lot lighting at 800 ISO on the camera, f1.7, 1/50 frame rate. So if you move the truck back off the garage a little bit, this is a pretty impressive cutoff line in my opinion. Like, you look at how clean that is now and how little light dispersion there is, moving the truck about 10 or 12 feet off from the garage. That actually looks really good. I'm very happy with that pattern. So here's the lights side by side. Pretty clearly the COLIGHT LEDs look brighter. The hotspot is bigger and visibly brighter while having a similar cutoff line. But as you saw later, when I shine them on my garage door from a little bit further away, a lot of that clears up. And when shining into this empty lot, I'd say that this is also true. The hotspot looks fuller and brighter. Keep in mind, all of these shots are filmed on the same camera settings, same lights, same distances. These are very direct comparisons. The brights look better on the COLIGHT LEDs as well. They shoot just a little bit brighter and a little bit further. So if you're interested in these, I think they're a great option for the price. 58 bucks is a good deal. I am confused as to why they turn on with my fog lights. That's a little bit of a bummer, but I think they're worth keeping. I'm quite happy with the output, the performance, and the cutoff line. These are better than traditional LED replacement bulbs, and they're noticeably better than my halogen lights. Plus, they're way less than $400 projector retrofits. For the price, it's hard to imagine these performing better just in terms of the light output and light quality. It's a really good deal. You can check them out on their website, or you can buy them with my affiliate link. The affiliate link doesn't cost you extra, rather it just gives me a small portion of the purchase price as a thanks for my promoting the product. Thank you so much for watching.